Crash course on South Korea. Why is so rich, innovative and democratic? South Korea, officially known as the Republic of Korea, is a country located on the southern half of the Korean Peninsula. It is known for its economic success, technological innovation, and democratic government. In this crash course, we will explore some of the reasons behind South Korea's success and share some interesting stories and examples. Economic success. One of the main reasons for South Korea's economic success is its focus on export-oriented industrialization. In the 1960s and 70s, the government implemented policies that encouraged the development of key industries such as steel, shipbuilding, and electronics. As these industries grew, South Korea became a major exporter of these products, fueling its economic growth. South Korea's success is also due in part to its emphasis on education. The country has a highly educated workforce, with a literacy rate of over 97%. The government has invested heavily in education, and South Korea is home to some of the world's top universities. Technological innovation. South Korea is also known for its technological innovation. The country is a world leader in areas such as semiconductors, electronics, and telecommunications. Companies like Samsung and LG have become household names around the world, and their products are renowned for their quality and innovation. One example of South Korea's technological innovation is the development of 5G wireless technology. South Korea was the first country to launch a 5G network in 2019, and its companies are at the forefront of developing new applications and services for the technology. Democratic government. South Korea has also made great strides in its transition to a democratic government. In the 1980s, the country was ruled by a military dictatorship, but mass protests and civil unrest led to the establishment of a democratic government in 1987. Since then, South Korea has held free and fair elections, and its citizens enjoy a range of political freedoms. The country is also known for its vibrant civil society, with many active NGOs and advocacy groups working to promote human rights and social justice. Interesting stories and examples. There are many interesting stories and examples that illustrate South Korea's success and innovation. Here are just a few. The K-pop phenomenon. South Korea is known around the world for its music industry, particularly its K-pop bands. Groups like BTS and Blackpink have become global sensations, and their fans, known as ARMY and Blink, are some of the most dedicated in the world. K-pop has become a major export for South Korea, and its fans have helped to spread Korean culture and language around the world. The miracle on the Han River. The term, miracle on the Han River, refers to the rapid economic growth and development that South Korea experienced in the latter half of the 20th century. The Han River runs through the heart of Seoul, and the country's economic success is often attributed to the hard work and determination of its people. The Demilitarized Zone. The Demilitarized Zone, DMZ, is a 2.5-mile-wide buffer zone that separates North and South Korea. It is one of the most heavily fortified borders in the world, and is a reminder of the ongoing tension and division on the Korean Peninsula. However, the DMZ is also home to a diverse range of flora and fauna, and efforts are underway to turn it into a peace park. Conclusion. South Korea's success is the result of many factors, including its focus on export-oriented industrialization, its emphasis on education and innovation, and its transition to a democratic government. The country's vibrant culture and rich history make it a fascinating place to visit and learn about. Here is a comparison between North and South Korea. North Korea and South Korea are two countries located on the Korean Peninsula, but they are vastly different in terms of their political systems, economies, and ways of life. In this comparison, we will explore some of the key differences between North and South Korea. Political systems. North Korea is a communist state with a one-party system. The ruling party, the Workers' Party of Korea, controls all aspects of government and society, and there are no free and fair elections. The country's leader, currently Kim Jong-un, holds almost complete power and is referred to as the Supreme Leader. South Korea, on the other hand, is a democratic country with a multi-party system. The country's president is elected by the people in free and fair elections, and there are a number of political parties that compete for power. South Korea's government is based on the principles of the separation of powers and checks and balances. Economies. North Korea's economy is largely state-controlled, with limited private enterprise. The government operates most of the country's industries and businesses, and there is very little international trade. The country's economy is heavily focused on the military, and resources are often diverted to fund nuclear weapons and other military projects. South Korea's economy, on the other hand, is market-oriented and export-driven. The country is one of the world's largest exporters of electronics, automobiles, and other manufactured goods. South Korea's economy is highly developed and is considered one of the 4 Asian tigers, along with Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Singapore. Ways of life. North Korea's citizens live under strict government control, with very limited freedom of speech, movement, and expression. The country's media is heavily censored, and access to information is restricted. The government strictly controls access to the internet and other forms of communication, and there are very few international connections. South Korea, on the other hand, is a free and open society. Its citizens enjoy a wide range of political and civil liberties, and there is a vibrant civil society with many active NGOs and advocacy groups. South Korea's media is diverse and often critical of the government, and its citizens have access to the internet and other forms of communication. Thus, North Korea and South Korea are 2 very different countries with vastly different political systems, economies, and ways of life. While North Korea is known for its isolationist policies and strict government control, South Korea is a thriving democracy with a highly developed economy and a vibrant civil society. The ongoing tension and division between the 2 countries serves as a reminder of the complex history and geopolitical realities of the Korean Peninsula. Here is a poem on South Korea's democratic and innovative systems. In the land of the morning calm, where the sun rises to greet the day, South Korea stands strong and proud. A beacon of hope, in its own way. A land of democracy, of freedom, where people's voices are heard, and their dreams and aspirations are given wings to soar like a bird. Innovation is the lifeblood that runs through this great land. From the towering skyscrapers to the latest tech in our hands, South Korea leads the way. In a world that's ever-changing, its people strive for excellence, their passion forever blazing. From the bustling streets of Seoul to the tranquil countryside, South Korea is a country with a unique and special pride. For it's a land of opportunity, where hard work can take you far, a place where dreams are realized, and the future shines like a star. So let us celebrate South Korea and all that it represents. A country of democracy and innovation. A place where hope and progress never ends.